Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from shouldigetit.com, also benrevson.com. I'm a professional portrait and automotive photographer trying to put out videos for you guys every Tuesday at 10 a.m. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about client proofing and image selection. Now, there are two different methods that I do this. First, I'm going to talk about format.com and their proofing system, which is so nice because that way I don't actually have to be with the person after the shoot. They can select their images on their own time online on any device. No, I'm not sponsored by format.com. It just really is that good. I pay $300 a year for the service. Totally worth it. Saves me a ton of time, and it's just very convenient for the client as well. And then I will give you some tips and tricks for culling and organizing your photos in Lightroom with your client so that you end up not over editing. And by over editing, I mean editing images that will never see the light of day. There's no point if you shoot like 100 or 200 photos at a portrait session of editing every single photo if your client is only gonna actually download 30 of those images. So why not just skip editing all those photos and at the beginning have the client look at the images, see which ones they love the most, select those, and then you will edit those so they'll go from good to boom, great, amazing photos that they will then want to download and print and share with their friends online and in person. So the first way that I do it, and the way I do this 95% of the time, is through format.com. So basically I upload my images to an album that I make on the back end of my website, which is the proofs. So let's say benrevson.com/proofing/shouldigetit-example, and you guys can actually go to that link and check out these photos of the C43 AMG. These are the raw images, basically straight out of the camera, converted to JPEG and uploaded, and boom. That way the shop that I shoot these for, they can go online, they can use the favorites button on their iPhone or on their iPad or on their computer, and they can scroll through the images, select their favorites, shoot me a text, hey Ben, we picked out our favorites, can you edit them please? And then on my end, I go to Lightroom, hit refresh, and then on the actual image, the flag will show up and I can do sort by flagged images. And then I just mark those as the ones to edit by pressing 7 on my keyboard so they all turn yellow. And then I edit those images, and when they're done, I press 8 and I upload them to a new album and turn on downloading. So now my client can download from their iPhone, their iPad, or their computer using the website, and I can do the same link or a new link. So it's really, really easy. So format.com's proofing system is awesome, totally worth the $300. And basically that way my client can go through all of the images, they choose their favorite ones, and then I edit those. And that way we don't have to, have a list of like, oh, because you might be doing this through Dropbox or Google Drive, and let's say if you wanted to do this, you'd have to upload, let's say 100 images and number each one, and then people would say like, oh, I like number 15 and 71 and 43 and 45 and 47, and can you edit this on this number? And that way you have a list and you have to cross-reference your list. Or what I used to have people do back in the day is screenshot the photo that they really loved from like random numbers in a Google Drive, and then I would try and match the photos and edit them. And now with format, literally whatever they favorite, then I can see. And what's nice is people can send the links to their friends and family, and I can see who favorited what image, so I can give priority when I'm editing. Let's say the parents want a photo of their kid immediately for a grad party. I can go in, I can see exactly which images the parents favorited, and then I can edit that. So it is really, really nice. Now, the other way that I do it is with the client or my friend. After shoot, we will import the photos onto the computer into Lightroom Classic. Then we will go through and basically play a game of keep or delete. The really quick and easy way to do this is press caps lock on your keyboard. What caps lock does is it sets the images to automatically click through so you don't have to use the arrow keys. For instance, if I use the X button to set this photo as rejected with caps lock turned off, nothing happens. If I have caps lock clicked and I press reject, then it will automatically move to the next image for me. Or if I use my color labeling tools like the number 7 or 8 on the keyboard, it will move through the images, and this way I can go through a ton of photos really fast and set the ones I want to delete to rejected so they gray out, and then set the ones I want to edit or have finished editing to their colors, and it automatically clicks through. So here is a perfect moment to take a screenshot. This is kind of my keyboard shortcut guide of the keys you need to know for culling and organizing your photos in Lightroom Classic CC, and I'm going to walk you through them right now. So I, as mentioned, usually keep the caps lock button on. So we're going to double click onto an image to get it into the larger view. If we ever want to go back, we can press the G key on the keyboard, and that gets us to the grid view. But let's say we're in here and we want to set this image for deletion. Instead of deleting one at a time, pressing delete, and the delete from disk and all that stuff, this delete from disk option, we're going to go through and set rejected images. So again, I'm double clicking, and I press X, and that sets the image as rejected. So these 4, 5, 6 images I want to delete. And you can see now when we go back to the grid, they are grayed out and have this little flag on them with an X. Now, if I want to delete all of those images that have the rejected flag on them, I hit Command and Delete at the same time, and that way I can delete the images which are set as rejected. Now, the other cool thing is you can sort your images by going to the attributes. So you can go to flag, so you hit attribute, then flag, either rejected images. So if you want to go through and make sure you actually want to delete them, you can go to rejected. You can go to unflagged photos, which means it's photos you haven't set as rejected or picked to keep yet. And then you can go to your flagged photos. So X is to set your image as rejected, and P is to select your image for editing. So I'm going to press P on this image here. Now you can see it has a white flag. So if I went to my flagged images, this image would show up here in the flagged photo section. So usually I'll have a client go through and select all the images they want to delete, and the ones they want to keep, they'll press P, and then we'll go through again and select with the same photos that are left over, either 6, 7, or 8. So I'm going to turn off caps lock to show you. So 6 will make the image red, 7 will make it yellow, 8 will make it green. So what do I use those for? I select a 6 if it's a funny outtake. Like this image, this is actually pretty good, but if we aren't going to post it and my client just wants to keep it for fun, maybe to send to their family, I'll usually let them. So I'll press 6 and set it to red. I don't worry about editing those too much. If it's a really good image and I want to make sure that I edit it or I set it as a work in progress, then I press 7, so that makes it yellow. And then let's say I'm done editing the image, then I will set it as green by pressing 8 on it, and that way I have my red, yellow, and green. So red is kind of an outtake, put it in a separate folder. Then I have my yellow, which is this is a work in progress, and then when I'm done with that image, I hit 8 to turn it green, and now I can go to my green images, and these are the ones that are ready to be published for the client or posted. And that is how we do it in Lightroom CC Classic. So the two ways I do it, again, format.com. I have a proofing website through format.com, which I use all the time basically for every client. The client can select their favorite images, let me know when they're done picking their favorites, and I can see which ones are favorited, and I edit those. Or in person, we go through the images together, pressing X to set it as rejected, U to undo the rejection if we want to, and then 7 and P, 7 to mark it as yellow, P to mark it as a pick, and then I edit those and send them off to the client. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down in a comment below or DM me on Instagram at Ben Revson Photography or at acarphotographer. I hope this helps you out. If it does, please let me know. I appreciate a thumbs up. I appreciate a comment. Please subscribe. The next video will be out at 10 a.m. next Tuesday. And if you have any video requests, please just comment them and I'll try to make it for you. All right, my mouth is super dry and I gotta go edit all these photos. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.